Hello TeluguOne viewers. Now I am going to show you how to color your terracotta jewelry. Generally, the colors which we use for this terracotta jewelry are your acrylic colors, or these are water based colors. Acrylic colors, I am using this Fevicryl Hobby Ideas acrylic colors, for which your medium would be either water, or else you have medium available in market called Camelin medium 2. Medium 2 is preferably used for this jewelry. And then colors, if you are going for very big order and such things, you have these bottles, these color bottles only available in 100 ml bottles, I think. So these bottles will be of some bigger size. Each color you need to buy for that thing. As and how we know, we have for proceeding with colors, you have basic primary colors, secondary colors and all. Primary colors are like your red, yellow and blue, which are called as your primary colors. Any colors which we see are out of these combinations only. If we mix these two colors, we'll get orange. Like that, you have your secondary colors and then tertiary colors. For now, for those colors, we generally mix white and black, which gives another different shades, tints and shades of those colors. Apart from these colors, you do have your pearl colors. You have pearl colors which are little shiny. So these are your pearl colors. To make here these colors, your normal colors into pearl colors, we are using this pearl white, which is called pearl white 301. Pearl white 301, it turns your normal color into a pearl color. If you instantly want to make some color into your pearl color, you can proceed with this technique. We are using the direct pearl color for this. Pearl gold, which is called pearl metallic gold 352. Pearl metallic gold 352. So I'm just generally showing you how to color a small pendant. There are few important things which are to be remembered while we are coloring. Always make sure that your paint is not having so much of clumps into it, or your surface is always neat and your brush is neat. Yes, to which brushes to use. Now here I go. We generally use brushes 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 0 for the very thin lines, and then normal 5 number, 6 number round brushes or flat brushes for your flatter surfaces. For this thing, if you're not convenient to hold it in your hand, put it on the surface and then color it. Use two side strokes, because if your strokes are towards one side, it's every possibility of your strokes are visible. Just to cover that thing, I'm giving strokes from both the sides. Your horizontal will be covered with your vertical. So generally when we are coloring, one important thing is do not over color. 2 coats is fine. If you're doing 3 coats, then you tend to see color comes out. Peeling of color happens. Do not use so many over combinations of colors also, because even that might spoil your final finish and look of the product. 2 to 3 colors are always fine. And suddenly if you're not knowing which color to go with, which color is not going, which color is going, simple idea. Put your color combination dress, whichever you wanted to wear, beside you. Pick those colors, mix those colors. And always one important step, when you're mixing your color, always mix little more color, because getting the same shade while working is little difficult. So mix little more color. Yes, little color tends to waste, but that's okay. Color by color I'm going. Once I'm done with that, light thinner strokes, I'm using brush number 00, 00, 000 should go. Move your brush according to your shape. So if your pottery person have suddenly baked your jewelry into orange color, then what to do? For such case, what we can do is, we can coat one coat of black. How to coat that black coat is also important, because when we are using the dyed color, what happens is it is little thicker, and if you are putting another layer on it, what happens is like your layers or your strokes will be visible very clearly. To avoid that, we'll put few water, like little water or medium into it, make it very loose, and then give your coating. That turns your color into little brownish or black color, and it looks like your natural clay, natural baked color. I'm using pearl golden. If you want to use pearl metallic powder, you can mix pearl metallic powder into this pearl gold and then use. That might also avoid that discoloring of your color as mentioned. So one important step is like when we are coloring our jewelry, whatever mistakes we do in impressions will be seen very clearly in coloring part. So be very wise when you're choosing your colors, or when you're coloring your jewelry and all. I'm using another pearl gold color here. I'm just decoloring this golden part. So here this like little color is being overlapped into the impression. In such case, I can give a light line with black in the impression place, whichever it's overlapped over there. And towards all the lower beads, I'm going to color with pearl gold. Once I'm done with one side, let it dry, and then I'm going to color with low towards the back side. See, if your baking is not properly done and if you wanted to hide this thing, again the same technique, add little water into black and give it a coat. Make sure you're painting your pearl towards all the sides. This is problem with this hanging things, like if you're coloring towards one side, it tend to move towards other, one falls on the other thing. That doesn't generally happen in your fixed one. So be little careful when you're coloring this. This color don't take much time to dry. When you're coloring, like fraction of minutes, like second, like in 1-2 minutes it tend to dry. And yes, these are waterproof. Like once they are dry, they if you're putting water also, your color doesn't come out. You need not worry about that. Make sure your beads are properly colored towards the top, bottom and all the sides. If you're coloring your bead, how to color your bead is always important, right? So for beads, what we do is we put a bead into a toothpick, or depending on its hole size, we'll put it onto a pins or head pins or something, and then you can color it. Because you can't actually hold your bead all the time and color. That is like one of the technique which you can use when you're coloring your beads. Yes, here we go with the pendant. So now here also, if you want your product to be very finished, your finishing has to be really good, then few important things are like you need to color your back side. These corners are also to be colored with your black, the same technique. Done. So here I have used only pearl colors. Pearl colors give different types of finish and other colors gives different types of finish. So generally what other crafters or other worker with terracotta jewelry making people do is they varnish their product after it's colored. It again depends on you. If you want it to be really glossy and all, you can varnish it with the clear varnish available in the market, named as any brand, clear varnish will go. or else exclusively there are some terracotta based varnishes also are coming up. And here you go, like this is another pendant which is painted with this Varli print. Here I have used for such kind of things, what I do is first only will draw off these circumferences or these circles simultaneously, and I tend to put this cross first, cross, and then I'll color that, and then I put my black, give the final coating, and then put these legs and then face. That's it, hands and face. This pendants can also be double sided. Sure, it's a double sided pendant. Similarly, my earrings, which also have colored it towards both sides. And then here, this is another pendant which is colored in the combination of same again green and blue. This is done using double layering technique, as I've shown it, as I've introduced it before in the previous session. And this is another face which is made with the beads towards both the sides. So now coming to the next session, how to stick your stud backside. Yes, it's a question also all the time. For this jhumka, it's a stud jhumka. It's a stud jhumka. First thing, for this thing I'm supposed to stick a stud backside which is available in the market. This is called a stud and this is a stopper. This is readily available in the market, like in any jewelry making stores or anything online you can get it. For this thing I'm going to put it in the position and stick it with any fevistick or araldite should go with it, will go with it. Any jhumka if you wanted to hang. These hooks are available in the market. We'll just take it, open this lower loop, put this thing into a earring and then close it. Very simple. How to hang your jewelry. This is the normal black thread which is available, and then this is another technique which we use. This is also available in any jewelry stores. And then these are pins kind of thing, and yes, you have your hooks also, like another small S-shaped hooks. If I wanted to wear this thing, what I do, I'll just first adjust the size which I wanted. If I wanted it till here, I'll just check my size and then I'll proceed with this. For this thing, one important technique, make it into half. One side will be doubled. That thing, I'm going to push that thing into this hole and then open this. Take these two into this, and then here is a knot. Here you go with the knot. This thing similarly, and then you can add your beads in this way. Here I have all the beads. This is one technique, and here for this pendant we have directly put the wire into this. This is one technique wherein your locket will be fixed. Here your locket tend to move. We have made this pendant. For this thing, what we'll do, we have another thread. This thread is used by jewelry making people. What we'll do, we'll put this thread into this hole, take it, put it double, fix your size, start adding your beads towards other corner. You'll put this hook and then put a knot. That's it. What all we have covered in this session, I'll just give you a small summary of what all we have covered in this session. I've shown you how to start with your coloring, how to put hooks to your pendant or start to put your jhumka, and then what are the different techniques of doing your wearing your necklace. And yes, thank you.